Okay. Hello, everybody. So sorry for the late start. Sorry again for the late start. Welcome to Clarusway Success Events. And I will introduce to you with the Bayram. Bayram was one of our students at Clarusway. And hello, Bayram. How are you today?
Hi, good, thank you. I'm having issues with my video.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Gulfdan Öztürk, and I'm so excited to talking to you today. I have a bunch of questions, and I'm so excited to hear back from you.
Me too. It's a pleasure to be here and share my experience with the Clarusway and the attendees.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Hello
nice
again.
To see you.
Nice to
Hello.
see
Hi.
you. Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Just like we late a little bit, but that's okay. We can start. And can you please briefly introduce yourself, and we can all know who's Bayram?
Well, my name is Bayram Akarsu. I'm from Turkey, and I have a physics degree several years ago as a bachelor, and I continue my studying master and PhD in physics too. And I work as a teacher and academic for several years. And after some point that I started thinking going to IT industry, and finally I decided, and I joined the Clarusway Bootcamp last year, and I finished it. And I'm currently working as a Salesforce developer for about 3 months now.
Yeah. How did you decide it? And you have really different background, and even before you were interested with IT, just like as a hobby, or how it goes? Yeah.
Well, it's actually coming from my family side. I have two brothers who are into computer science, IT industry, and I always wanted to become a computer scientist or engineer, but I didn't have a chance to do that. And I mean, I was interested. I took some courses in college, like C++ and Java courses. And but still continuing in my academic teach as a teacher, because I love teaching. And after some point I started to decide if I need a career change, and I thought that it would be a very good idea to switch gears and go to IT industry, which I'm really happy right now, and I'm working from home.
Really
remote.
Nice.
Yeah, and my team is a great team, great company, and great organization. So I just probably one of my regrets is, why didn't I become a developer before? Because
right?
life is you don't have to put so much effort as a teacher, because the teaching is a enjoyable career, but you still have you need to go extra miles, and it is very stressful. And so that's why I decided to go into IT industry.
I see. Also, and why did you choose the Clarusway? And how do you know about this company?
Yeah, so I decided that probably 2 years ago, and last year I have been looking for boot camps in the United States, and I talked to a lot of my friends, and they suggested Clarusway, and I talked to the alumni, and I talked to a couple of managers, and a couple of the mentors and teachers. So I also searched for other boot camps, and when I compare them, I believe that the Clarusway was the best deal, and so I decided to start with Clarusway, and I'm really happy that I did that.
Yeah. Also, you received training in Salesforce administration and development, right? In Clarusway?
Yes.
Okay. How was your training experiences? Like, especially you didn't have any background in IT. How it went?
Well, first of all, starting with Salesforce Playground it was a challenge because you have to spend a lot of time to figure out what's going on and to get familiar with the org, and as well as the Salesforce. I mean, there are like bunch of technical terms like flying around and you need to catch them, but it was very challenging at first because you need to get familiar as fast as possible with those fundamental terms and the fundamental vocabulary. So that was a challenge at first, and after you get used to that, after maybe a month or so, with the help of the mentors and the teachers, it was really great experience. And you have to really study hard during the bootcamp, especially at the beginning to getting familiar, and especially during the developer side. You have to just spend lots of time. You have to do the projects, do the teamwork with your team members, and it was really great opportunity. It was so busy. I mean, I was so busy to watch the videos, watch the classes, online classes, and after that, I have to at least work at least the same amount of time I need to spend and dedicate per week.
Also, one good thing about the Clarusway, you can watch the record and after the class, which is really awesome for me. I'm taking some classes too in the same time, and I'm working as a software developer. And same time, I'm taking some classes. You know, you have to update yourself and always better job opportunities out there, and you want to get it.
Exactly. I'm still watching several videos, and I watch tens of them. I mean, it depends on it's up to your requirements and it's up to your needs. So I'm still watching them. I still watch them.
It's really nice. You did really hard work to get that, right? Because all the workshop, team project, you were really active. The most important things, actually. Yeah. How did you prepare for job interviews just itself? After the bootcamp or during the bootcamp, did you apply the jobs, and how was this process?
Well, CMS and the Clarus guidance was really helpful at that point. One thing is I started applying jobs during the bootcamp, mostly in the second part, like in the last month of the bootcamp, which we were suggested to do so. So after getting my admin certificate and the developer certificate, Clarusway CMS group, they suggested us to start sending resumes, and they help us to craft the very good resumes, which was very helpful. And I started getting several interviews, and that's what they suggested us. Just apply as many as possible at first, and get some interview experience, which was a great idea, and I always thank them for those great advice.
Yes, and I was going to ask actually, what benefits did the CMS team provide to you? But one of the benefits, I think, resume, right?
Yes, definitely resume writing, because it is important that all of the HRs and the companies are using this computer readers. I don't remember what is the system. There's a system that they don't, actual people don't eliminate the resumes. So you need to find the exact and the correct wording to pass the first step.
Also, like all the job search, like they are looking for some experiences, right? Like every resume, junior developer, yes, but 3 years of experiences. How did you pass this barrier? Because you didn't have any backgrounds.
Well, one thing what I had to do, we all need to do if you're coming from outside computer science background. You have to somehow connect your experience with the developer part and the programming, which I mostly focused on what I did in the future in the past, which was related to computer science, IT industry. For example, I put experience with object-oriented programming like C++ and Java, which I took in college. So I put that on my resume, and I also half-time did some computer science, computer technician job, which was like a side job. So I put those on the resume, and I put everything that is related to IT as a teacher in the past. So what I did was I put everything all together, which was related and back me up regarding the experience side, so that I can show the recruiter that I'm a good candidate for the position.
I see. That's really a good approach, and I should try to. Also, how the mentors help you? Like you guys have like mentoring class, right? And each week.
Yes. Every week we had a mentor. We had a nice, good, very good mentor, and he was really helpful. And one of the things that he was behaving as a facilitator, which doesn't mean that, which means that just gives the guidance and gives everything and observe. Or it wasn't like that. We were assigned to lead the team every week. So that was a very great experience as a leader. You lead the team. We had a very small team, which was a really good too, and very helpful. We had like 5 or 6 students, so that we were in the same boat, and one of us leads the team every week. And if we need more additional help, or if we need to ask questions which we don't know, then we turn to mentor and we ask them, which they were really helpful, and they were really on time. And whenever you ask questions, you get your responses and the answers right away within a day, or mostly less than that.
Yes, I agree in this point. I always bother all the trainer with all the questions, even at night, like they are always responding. This is really nice.
Yeah.
Also, how many hours did you study during the boot camp? Because I believe so, at least you have 3 hours class.
Mm-hmm.
And then how many hours did you put top of this class?
At least the same amount of time. We had about 15 hours of week training, all the videos and projects and the teamwork. And initially, probably more than 15 hours a week, because initially you need to spend more time in the playground. And there was a path that Clarusway created for Salesforce admin and Salesforce developer, and I basically followed that path, and which was really helpful. I'm still trying to finish it, but I finished maybe more than 70% of the path. And so, I mean, it is important that you need to spend at least the amount of time of the lectures.
Yes, I see. I agree with you. And I'm trying to put more hours too. I should do better.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
What challenges did you encounter during the bootcamp? Like, did you overcome the strange situation for like studying, just like you almost giving up? No, it's really hard. I'm not in this industry. I don't want to be in this industry. Like the time you were really stressful and feel depressed. Do you never feel this way?
Yes, of course. As I said at the beginning, I wasn't very familiar with the concept, with the vocabulary and technical words. So I was really frustrated at the beginning. So sometimes I thought that, what am I doing here? Is this a good path? Was this a good decision for me? And but the deeper you go, the more you learn, the more you like. That's how it is in the Salesforce environment. And you see that it is very important that you actually help people, you actually help customers, and you are helping the company. So you are kind of like generating the service. So you are creating a service that so people can resolve their problems and their issues. So it was really good that to learn what is going on in CMS, customer management system. So CRM. So first I was frustrated, but the more I learned about the Salesforce environment, the better I got and the more I liked.
I see. Yeah. Also, how was your interview process? Like you start applying before the exam finish and a month before, and then how long time it takes for you to find a job, and how many interviews roughly you think you took?
Well, I took the CMS suggestion, CMS team from Clarusway, and apply as many jobs as possible. Sometimes I apply even for senior positions, which was really challenging for me in the interviews. And initially, I felt like I shouldn't have applied this position. That's what I thought, especially with the technical interviews, which was really stressful. And but after some time, I was really glad that I took those interviews because I got familiar with the questions, interview questions, and I got familiar with what is expected from me. And I have those list of questions and those suggested list of answers that I found. I made a list, and every interview I added questions on top of that list. So that the first questions are the questions that were actually asked to me during the interview process, and I saw that they are like kind of very similar questions. And after the interview, I tried and reached the recruiter if there are any suggestions or to ask the outcome of the interview, and then I added those suggestions too, so that I can prepare myself for the next interview. Basically, I didn't count it, but probably I entered altogether for the recruiter, technical, and the last interview, probably more than 50. That's what I say. It should be like between 50 and 100. Yeah.
Oh, that how many the right now the job you got it, and probably they have 2 rounds or 3 rounds of interview, right?
3 rounds.
Okay.
3 rounds. First, in the interview process, how I improve myself is the first interviews, I was eliminated with the recruiter. So it was, I didn't know the area, so I didn't know what is expected from me. So probably I give the wrong answers or not correct answers, so that I wasn't even qualified for the second round for the first interviews. But the more I get experience, the more I get to the second round, which is technical interview, and the last interview is the interview with the CEOs and the managers, and it's generally leads to the job offer. And I can tell you that I started that in the late December, first interviews, and by the end of March, I had like probably 10 interviews roles per week. So it got really busy before I got the offer.
This is really good. Yeah. Also, can you provide some information about the project you work during the boot camp? Like, do you remember any of the project like specifically, and it helped you to achieve your goals and like help you to improve more yourself?
Yes, the smaller projects that I remember, we did every week with the team. Those are very great projects. So we can great project that helped me to understand and conceptualize what is the, for example, in the developer part, we learn about the types of data like the metadata, and we learn how we can form a map or list or arrays in that sense, in developer sense, and we kind of like do a project that takes a couple of hours to write or to work on, and then we discuss it every week. So it gave me a really good opportunity to learn especially the Apex language, like part by part. And in the last, we did this Zoho to Salesforce project, which was a really big project. So it gave me a really good opportunity to see how the whole and real project looks like. But for the knowledge sense, I was just a small part of it. So I couldn't say that I got the whole representation and the presentation or the whole picture of the project. But the more experience I get as a developer, the more I see, because at those times it was a boot camp, very fast, several hours of lectures and the videos and the projects. It gave me a really great opportunity. And now when I started working as a developer, I see why those concepts were important and why we learned them.
Okay, I see. Also, when you start the job, especially first 2 weeks, probably they want you to read some documentation about the company or like coding. And then how did you feel first ticket or first project? They just say, okay, this is assigned by your name. And how did you feel? I'm gonna do this. Like, did you feel like it's not gonna work out, or how did you achieve this goal? I mean, achieve this process?
Yes, it was at the beginning, it was frustrating. I mean, I really was very frustrated. How am I gonna able to solve that issue, or how am I gonna handle that? So especially in the first month, I'm glad my organization is not very demanding. So they told me that you have to just get familiar with the Salesforce environment that they are using, and get familiar with the coding and all the codes and everything. Then so they told me that just take it easy for the first couple of months, but I wasn't like that. So I was like very I just wanted to get into business and get my hands dirty right away. So I was just poking around. I was like testing classes in the Salesforce environment and that. And after a couple of weeks, they gave me my first ticket in like a month after I started. And it was super easy. So the one thing that I want to just add here especially in the first month, I was buried with the videos and with the documentation. So it is kind of when they are asked to get familiar with the system, you have to just dig into the system, and you have to get familiar, and you have to learn some. And when they say that, I mean, they were working on some projects, and I was involved in the project. So in order to understand the projects, you have to understand some prerequisites. So if you look at an Apex coding or JavaScript coding, which I didn't remember, I mean, what was this and what was that? I was going through the codes, and so I started thinking, getting help. So I went back to the videos that we saw in the bootcamp, and I watched several videos which made me to remember all the good stuff that we learned. So it was really helpful at that point.
But you successfully finished the first tickets, right?
Yeah. It was not very difficult after I learned everything back and remember what was going on. Right now, I am currently working on LWC and oral components, which was really challenging. And the thing is, whenever I get stuck in anywhere, I just went back to Clarusway website and get all the documentation. I already downloaded all of the documentation that we saw in the bootcamp. So when I don't remember anything, I go back there. So it was kind of like in the last couple of weeks, I'm just enjoying the job. So
this is really nice. Yeah, you are working since March, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, what advice would you give to us, like learning and career changing, like every situation, and just like when you go back, you already say like I wish you start this coding or this tech industry earlier. And would you like to give us some advice about it? Like, what should we do? Like, what all the people should start in their career if they want to change? Like, they shouldn't maybe scared about it.
Well, first thing is just learn and search about the career that you wish to pursue in IT. And then you have to decide a good bootcamp like Clarusway, and don't think too much. Just start right away. And the time flies by and you become a admin or developer, which is one of the aspects that you have to think about that. If you think that you would like the coding, if you like coding, and if you want to pursue in the career as a developer, then go for it. Or if you don't want to deal with coding and you want to enjoy your job, which is admin part, just go for it. But start as soon as possible. Decide quickly. You're not gonna regret it. I mean, you are not gonna regret it, and it's a great industry. And as a teacher, it was much less stressful environment. And you basically, when you see your product, that you produce some product and you get happy. That's how it is. I mean, you see your products, you see your codes, how they work. So first you have to decide which area, which discipline could be front end or back end or altogether, which is a Salesforce developer. And or if you don't want coding, you can stick with the admin part. So there are a lot of opportunities in Salesforce environment or other IT industry, IT sectors.
Thank you so much. This amazing advice. I'm really happy to talk to you, and all the information you gave us is really, it will guide us in the future. Really, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I will see if we have any questions, but today we start meeting a little late. That's why I think we don't have many participating for now, but thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You want to something before we end the meeting, and you can say, but yeah.
Well, I can say that, as I said, I'm very happy that to be here talking to you, and I'm very happy, and I'm glad that I decided to go with Clarusway in that path. So it is. I just thank Clarusway family, and I really appreciate their help. Getting me this great job and all the great education and advices that I listen to and I follow their suggestions. So it is great that I met Clarusway, and it was a great opportunity for me to learn about IT and to learn about the Salesforce environment and to learn about the Salesforce.
Yeah, this is Clarusway and also your success story. Like,
Yeah.
I know a couple of people who graduated from a different bootcamp, but if you don't put enough effort, it's hard to get a job. Like in bootcamp
Definitely.
or university or college, and you put enough effort, this is the way actually getting a job. Clarusway guide you really well, but you do the effort. This is really great. I'm so happy to talk to you. Nice to meet you again, and thank you
Nice
so
to
much.
meet you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Meeting, guys. Bye bye. Thank you.